Zadig Voltaire, this is him. This is the first review of 2021. Stay tuned after this intro. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. This is a quick review of Zadig Voltaire. This is him. This is what's in right now. A lot of people talk about this fragrance, so I just had to pick myself a bottle just to check it out and see what's the fuss or the fuss is all about, okay? At the end, and I didn't want to make this video way too long, I really do like this fragrance. I think this is a great fragrance with a lot of limitations, okay? And let me just explain. Let's just start off with the scent itself and the note breakdown. Top notes is black pepper and grapefruit, and let me just tell you this, black pepper and grapefruit are big, are huge in here, and somewhat deceiving at the same time, okay? Let's just go to the middle note, which is incense and vanilla. Incense and vanilla also are huge, okay? And the base notes, sandalwood. Sandalwood is big here as well. All the notes here that you can they tell you here on Fragrantica are current, and you can actually detect them easily, and you can actually detect more notes than that. For me personally, I detect a lot of boozy nuances here as well, combined with something fizzy like aldehydes or something. And that is when you first spray it on at the top note, you smell a lot of aldehydes, a lot of boozy notes with a lot of pepper and a lot of citruses, and the citruses here are the grapefruits, okay? But the whole combination of a lot of black pepper and the citruses combined gives it somewhat of a fuzzy or fizzy nuances, which is smells like aldehydes. This fragrance reminds me of a couple of other fragrances, and they smelled a lot like it, especially at the first top notes. And when I realized and I checked out all the top notes, all of them, they got pepper and citruses. The pepper note in general comes across very stingy in terms of smell. So when you smell the pepper note, just open a pepper condiment in your kitchen or something, and once you smell it, it's stingy, so it would sting your nose. And the same thing here with Zadig and Voltaire. When you first spray it on, it stinks, okay? And seriously, guys, when I first sprayed this one on, it reminds me automatically of Iceberg Man by Iceberg. These two top notes here smell almost like 90% alike, citruses and pepper. And this one gets some boozy effects as well, just because of the pepper and the citruses combination, of course. The same thing as this one. Also, this one is very spicy. This one, on the other hand, it comes across vanillic when it dries down, and creamy because of the sandalwood, and darker because of the incense. This one, on the other hand, it gets sexy spicy with a lot of cardamom and a lot of spicy nuances here. So what am I trying to say is these two smells very alike on the top notes, and that would stay for like half an hour or so. But when these two fragrances dry down, they take totally different directions. This one, it's on the spicier side. This one on the vanillic, creamy, incensey side, okay? This one also reminded me a lot, when I first sprayed it on, of Express Reserve, the vintage. These two kind of like smell alike. I had to smell them side by side. I totally got the peppery, citrusy, boozy effect that definitely this one has, because this one got some boozy nuances here as well. But this one definitely on the fresher side, and that actually made me find a fresh aspect coming out of Express Reserve that I haven't seen before, and have been having this fragrance for the longest time. Ironically, when this fragrance actually dries down, it takes totally a different aspects. I really enjoy this fragrance when it dries down. It comes across very sexy. The vanilla here is big, combined with the incense and the sandalwood. It gives this fragrance definitely a creamy, vanillic, gothic vibe. I'm telling you guys, even though this fragrance comes across very old schoolish, somewhat maturer when you first spray it on, just because of the boozy nuances that I picked up with the aldehydes. And aldehydes, for me personally, automatically reminds me of old school or Chanel times in the 20s, 30s, 40s, or whatever the case may be. But this one doesn't smell that old. It reminds me somewhat on the top notes of one of the 80s powerhouses. It smells like an 80s fragrance for the first half an hour or so. It comes across very gentleman-y, very formal, or like a night out scent for sure. And I thought this one is kind of like harder to pull off at any time, at any moment, and not a lot of people would like it. And I just like made a lot of people actually smell this one just to kind of take or have their feedbacks or what do they think of it. And surprisingly and ironically enough, and a lot of my circle friends, a lot of ladies actually love the smell of this one. I got that feedback that they just want to smell among themselves. It smelled really sexy, vanillic, and it's got some class into it as well. These are the notes that I got from girls in my circle, and I was really shocked because I didn't really see that, especially at first when you first spray this fragrance on, and all I can smell at the moment is that boozy old schoolish nuances, okay? And that reminded me of that dress, that blue and pink dress. Some people they see that dress as pink, some people they see that dress as blue, and it's up to you. How do you see, how do you perceive that look, you know, and that kind of like optical illusion. And it was so weird and shocking to me that some people they saw this fragrance as old schoolish, very boozy, old schoolish again, and some people they didn't see that at all, and they got it and they perceive it as a very sexy vanilla and sandalwood based scent. And even ladies that I didn't even expect that at all. For me, I thought this one a total masculine scent in my honest opinion, and some ladies they just wanted to have this scent for themselves, okay? In my honest opinion, I love the dry down. I love how sexy the vanilla is in this fragrance right here, and especially that the vanilla here is not as sweet. It's not in your face. It's definitely on the darker side because of the incense and the sandalwood here as well. And it honestly reminded me somewhat of Musk Ravageur by Frederic Malle without being too vanillic and too sweet. And this is the smell of this one right here. So it is kind of like two different reviews, but that's how people actually perceive this one. I want you guys to know, and let me know in the comment section down below, how do you perceive this scent if you smelled it already, and which side do you want it to be? Do you want it to be like a boozy 80s powerhouse, kind of like Bentley intense in a way, or just want it to be like a darker version of Musk Ravageur without being too sweet? It's up to you. How do you perceive this scent? It's kind of like an optical illusion, or it's kind of like the white and blue dress in a way. So I just want everybody to comment in the section down below and let me know what do you think of this fragrance if you smelled it already. And if you're not, just let me know. Comment anyway, okay? When it comes to the performance is okay. It's not the greatest, honestly, in my honest opinion. On my skin, a lot of other people, they say this one is the beast on their skin. I got really spoiled with my latest fragrances that I acquired in my collection that are all of them beast most 24 hours plus. So for a fragrance that I acquired recently and it only got me like 8 hours longevity, and I'm not happy. For a designer cheapie, I'm not even happy. Can you just even imagine that? Anyway, longevity 8 hours. 8 hours is great, but my pet peeve with this fragrance is the projection. It stays kind of like closer to my skin, honestly. Besides or aside for the first hour or so, when it's like boozy on my skin, that's when actually this fragrance projects moderately, not far at all of my skin. But after that hour and a half or so, it gets closer to my skin and it just leaves a really small sillage. It's not something that would capture people's attention. People actually needs to get closer to your vicinity to be able to smell it of you. But on the other hand, this this one got me compliments just because I asked people what do they think of it. And seriously, surprisingly enough, and I thought this one would be risky and it's gonna get some negative feedbacks from people. This one so far, and I let a lot of people smell it, of my skin, never got me so far a negative feedback. The contrary, it got me some few compliments, and people, especially ladies, love this one of my skin. When it comes to versatility, I really feel like this one is very limited, okay? This one definitely comes across a little maturer, so you have to be in your late 20s minimum to be able to rock this juice, unless you really like a old school 80s powerhouses, okay? Or like darker fragrances in general, and incense in particular, okay? You have to really like this type of scents to really enjoy this fragrance right here. It's also really hard to be pulled off at any occasions. This one mainly a formal scent, mainly like a going out scent if you're really dressed up for that occasion and just wanted something that screams night out. It could be risky for a date. It's not gonna be a priority for me to just wear this one on dates, even though I just wanna try this one out for that, just because the positive feedbacks that I got from ladies, it was incredible, and it was unexpected. That's why I just want to see how this things works in that date scenario type of things. So when it comes to versatility, it's not as versatile, to be honest. But when it comes to the price point, this one at a certain point in life used to cost $30 for like 100 mLs, okay? I got this one for around $50, and that's how much it costs nowadays, just because this one got hyped up and a lot of people been buying it, so it just went up in price. Honestly, $50, I think it's great for what this fragrance is. Seriously guys, especially that this fragrance comes across smelling expensive. If you just wanted some fragrance that it smells like wealth, all but wealth, and it smells expensive, this is something that you might consider. And this is pretty much it, guys. This is my honest review of Zadig and Voltaire. This is him. It's a great fragrance, but it's an acquired taste, not for everybody. And you have to try before you buy, especially that it's not versatile. It's not. You're not gonna get a lot of use out of it, especially if you have a lot of bottles in your collection. Please let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of this quick review? I thought it was gonna be quick, but I feel like it's already like 20 something minutes already. I'm gonna try to cut it short to make it less than 10 minutes. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of Zadig and Voltaire? Do you like it, hate it? I just wanna know in the comment section down below. Please give me a like. My goal for this video is 300 likes. Please also give me a comment downstairs, down below in the comment section down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell icon to not miss any of this guy in the future. And this is it, guys. I know sponge making smelling good always easy. Peace.